Hello everyone, my name is JaeAIK and welcome back to another The Lore Behind video. Today we'll be tackling on the new Wings of Fate banner featuring Hinoka, Kana, Shigure, and the character not yet added, Kaze. As per usual, there will be spoilers ahead, so if you have not yet played Fire Emblem Fates, Birthright, Conquest, and Revelations, and have plans to, then I recommend turning away. And with the final note, I'll be briefly talking about their character and how they're representing their main games, as there are a ton of things to go through with all these characters thanks to the split paths and the DLCs. So with this analysis, don't expect too much story, but more design element.
Hit your target, Hinoka!
Starting right off, let's get the obvious out of the way. This Hinoka represents the Kinshi Knight, a class that promotes from her base Pegasus Knight class. While she's definitely not riding her Pegasus, she's now riding an elegant looking bird creature. In this class she's able to wield both the lance and the bow, but it seems here in Heroes Hinoka is rocking that bow. While the golden crest behind her may look a little random, that design is intentional as all other Kinshi Knights wear that crest behind them. While it may be a stretch, in Japanese the word Kinshi means golden kite, a symbol of victory to the people following the kite. This is perhaps why she has a ton of movement skills for her fellow flyers. She's the second unit to come with flyer formation, which increases the mobility of flyer teams to higher heights, and a new unique C skill, flyer guidance, which is guidance but for flyers. In my opinion, it's interesting that Intelligent Systems decided to make her a Kinshi Knight, since when you face off against Hinoka, she's always represented as the other Pegasus Knight promotion class, the Falcon Knight. Her bow, Warrior Princess, is actually just her title in the epilogue of Birthright and Revelations, while also being the title held by the normal Hinoka here in Heroes. As for her character in this story, she takes up the mantle to become a knight after learning that her baby brother had been kidnapped and locked away in a Norian castle. Furious and angry at herself for not being able to stop the kidnapping, she worked hard to become the Pegasus Knight that we now know today, in hopes that she'll meet her brother, the Avatar character, aka Corrin. While we do end up reconnecting with Hinoka in the prologue chapters of Fire Emblem Fates, outside of that she really doesn't do much to push the story further. Sure, in Conquest we fight Hinoka a few times, but we also fight Sakura, Takumi, and Ryoma. Her character in Conquest can be boiled down to, "I'm angry that you decided to leave our family," and her character in Birthright is almost non-existent unless you go play Where's Waldo by digging into her supports. But for the overarching plot of the story, Hinoka is barely present throughout it until you get to Conquest Epilogue.
I shall stand ready by your side.
Kaze finally makes his appearance here in Heroes, and boy am I excited. Kaze makes his debut with the Barb Shuriken, a identical weapon to the Kagami Mochi that New Year's Takumi has. And true to all the other killer/slaying weapons, the Barb Shuriken gives you -1 on special triggers in place of the innate critical trigger that you would normally get in main Fire Emblem games. Kaze also has an interesting place in the Fates storyline. We meet Kaze as a Hoshiden prisoner in the prologue chapters of Fire Emblem Fates. While it's inevitable that you must defeat Kaze, it's thanks to your Norian siblings that Kaze and his comrade Rinka, a character yet to be added here in Heroes, are able to escape. In Conquest, Kaze sees the Avatar's resolve after defeating the Hoshiden army at the Rainbow Sage's temple and decides to join the Avatar and his army. This is because he sees that the Avatar character is trying to stop the killing of Hoshiden soldiers rather than kill them. In Birthright, Kaze can save your life if you do not have ace support with him, or he can save both your lives if you have ace support with Kaze. While the game doesn't hint at anything of this nature and caused me a very angry rage quit while playing Birthright, I guess this showcases the loyalty that Kaze has for you, the Avatar character. While I don't normally dive into support conversations here in the Lore Behind videos, I do want to mention that Kaze's loyalty kind of stems from their support conversation, Kaze and the Avatar. It's stated in the support conversation that perhaps Queen Mikoto didn't assign Kaze as a retainer to anyone because she knew that perhaps one day Kaze would serve you, the Avatar character. Kaze, much like his brother Saizo, is a ninja, so he comes with Poison Strike 3 as his B skill, a skill that ninjas pick up while leveling normally through Fire Emblem Fates. It's also parallel to his brother Saizo, as Saizo also naturally comes with Poison Strike in the B slot. Kaze's skill is Attack Smoke. While there isn't a skill like Attack Smoke in Fire Emblem Fates, it is fitting that a ninja has a smoke skill and not some random horse riders.
Time for my entrance!
Next up we have Shigure. Shigure is the son of Azura and he shares her passion for singing. While Shigure has made an appearance as a performing arts character, this appearance of Shigure is his standard appearance that we would normally see in Fire Emblem Fates. Because he is a child unit, he doesn't really actually serve a purpose throughout the main story of Fire Emblem Fates. It's in the Heirs of Fate DLC where Shigure really shines as a character. Since all the parents are dead and gone from the story, it's up to Shigure to stop Anakos and free him from his madness through the song that Azura passed down to him. Shigure takes up the role of the narrator in the earlier parts of the DLC, and his song is the key to stopping Anakos. It's mentioned in the DLC that Shigure looks like Kadros, the first king of Vala, who could sing the 4th verse of Lost in Thoughts All Alone, as after all, Shigure is the descendant of the first king of Vala. But it's thanks to the efforts of the children and Shigure's voice that they're able to stop the invisible dragon. Shigure here in Heroes comes equipped with the Harmonic Lance. The Harmonic Lance does not make any appearances in other Fire Emblem games. But drawing from Shigure's interest, the lance is called Harmonic Lance because it showcases his love for singing and music of that sort.
You don't fight in battle, so I'll protect you. You can rely on me.
And finally, we have our dragon babies, the Kanas. Kana is the son or daughter to the Avatar character in Fire Emblem Fates. Much like mother/father, Kana has the ability to turn into a dragon and can quell the madness that comes from being a dragon inside the Dragon Stone. Female Kana represents a green dragon here in Heroes, while male Kana represents a blue dragon. Again, like all the other children unit, Kana doesn't really serve too much for the story of the main Fire Emblem Fates games. Besides the fact that male Kana's Grand Hero battle map does look like a replica part of the original Paralog map, the Kanas don't do too much for the story, except that they're the child of the Avatar. In the Heirs of Fate DLC, however, the Kanas play a critical role of the main character. They both wield the Yaro and represent different sides of the Hoshido/Nor conflict. Female Kana represents the Hoshido side, while male Kana represents the Nor side. Throughout the story, the Yaro reacts differently with the legendary weapons that are held by their cousins, and it's throughout these powers that the characters are able to progress through the Invisible Kingdom. While at first it's confusing for Kana as to where they are and why they're fighting, the two armies join up eventually through the leadership of both Kanas and Shigure that they work together to defeat Anakos, the Invisible Dragon. Both Kanas come with the Water Breath, a new Dragon Stone, and a Dragon Stone that makes its debut here in Heroes. But the word water has a lot of ties to the original Fire Emblem Fates game. Azura, a character already in Heroes and someone who's made her debut in Fates, has a necklace that has ties to Vala that allows her to manipulate water. Every death scene that we see Azura in is her in water, or every scene that we see Azura in, she's around some form of body of water. Hell, her theme is called the Water Maiden. But either way, that wraps up our video for today. I know there's a lot more going on for these characters, but I don't want to make this a 30-minute video, so I had to cut it short here. If there are any interesting tidbits that you would like to share about these characters, let me know in the comment section below. If this is your first time at my channel, then subscribe for more Fire Emblem Heroes content. But with that being said, thanks for watching everyone, and I hope to see you guys next time.